Hello and welcome back to the Simply CA. My name is Alana and today we are going to do the Trikonasana tutorial, the Trikonasana workshop. I highly suggest that you do a quick warm-up with one of the shorter yoga videos before jumping into this one, because we're really just going to cut straight to it and do Trikonasana. So you probably want to have at least one block nearby or something that raises the floor up to you. Other than that, let's get going. So we're going to start off feet hips width apart, and you are going to step your left foot back. So take a nice long lunge with that left leg and then pivot your left foot down. So basically come into warrior two. Now from here, root down through your right leg, through your right foot, and straighten out your right leg. So Trikonasana is this incredibly complicated pose, and yet not. But what's happening is you've got an external rotation coming from the upper leg. So your quadricep is moving wide towards the right, just like it would be if you're in warrior two or an extended side angle. You've got that external rotation, so you're dropping your right sitting bone down and externally rotating your femur bone in the hip socket. Now here's the fun part. From your knee down is actually an internal rotation, because why not? So in your foot, you're grounding down through the inner edge, through the big toe side of your foot. So instead of letting your entire weight spill towards the right, you actually have this really firm rooted action through your right big toe mound, pressing down into the mat. So you've got this internal rotation happening at the bottom of your leg, and then an external rotation happening at the top of your leg, and then your knee is kind of in the middle, which means your knee is attempting to be in line with the center of your right foot. Now, from here, grab onto that block and you're going to place it outside of your right shin. So, as you can see, I've done this hip check automatically with my hips. So hips are moving towards the back of your mat, and then what has a tendency to happen, especially when people's main goal is to touch the floor, you do that by going like this, which spills the integrity of your right leg to the right, and it pops that hip out, which gives you an internal rotation. Not what we're looking for in triangle pose. So you want to scooch yourself so that the front of your pelvis is opening towards the left. Hip check your hips towards the back of the mat. Your back foot is strong and grounded. Your weight is internally on your left big toe mound, as well as pressing into the outer edge of your left foot. And if you have a wall nearby, you could actually also just set your foot against that wall. It really helps with strengthening your back leg. So you've got your external rotation in your right femur, internal rotation stemming from the ground, and then you've got this external rotation in your back leg, giving you pressure in the outer edge of your left foot. Hips are checked towards the back of the mat, and then slide your rib cage forwards and place your hand on that prop. See if you can lean your torso back just a little bit, and you might need to shift your pelvis or hips, and then hand can be on your hip. Sometimes I like hand on the sacrum just to guide my pelvis or get a little bit more length and space through the spine. Or hand can be up. Now, externally rotate your right shoulder as well, so it's nice and glued on your back. If this is too high, you can lower down. If you don't have a block, you can place your hand above or below your knee, just not on your knee. And go for the length of your side body. Okay. Come on out. Let's try it on the other side. So just send your hips, send your block over to the other side. Give yourself a moment. Coming back, standing at the top of your mat. We're just going to even you out, and then this little demo and workshop will be done. So you're going to step your right foot all the way back behind you, and then give it that external rotation. Again, if you want, you can always put your foot against the wall. And what that helps do is a lot of the times people really lunge deeply into that front knee, and then the back leg loses steam. So you want to try and press into the back leg so that the back leg, or the back foot, so the back leg is lifted even as you're moving forwards. So that helps to keep the back leg engaged. I'm going to come back up here a little bit. And as far as alignment with your feet is concerned, heel to heel or heel to arch. Heel to heel is going to give you a little bit more width, so a little bit more stability. Heel to arch is a little tighter, so it's going to give you less stability. So it's up to you on that one. From here, straighten out your left leg. Root down through your left big toe mound, so the base of your left big toe, through the center of your left heel, and then externally rotate through your left femur bone. I should have mentioned this on the other side, but this is such a quick little tutorial. I'm going to do it on this side. When people say microbend your knee, this is a locked knee. When you lock the knee, there's a curve that happens behind the leg. When you microbend the knee, you actually take your quadricep out of the game, which is not what we're looking to do. So what you're actually looking to find is the place where your leg is straight. Now, straight is going to be different for each one of us. If you have a tendency to hyperextend, it's going to feel as if you are bending your knee. Bending is different for everybody. So if you normally can't quite get that leg straight, or you normally get that straight spot, don't microbend your knee because you're already bending at the knee. However, or you already have that straight leg. However, if you hyperextend, if you shoot that knee back behind your femur bone and you sink into the joint, you're also not using your quadricep, and you're also not getting the benefits of this stretch, and you're putting tension at the knee joint. So you, if you hyperextend your knee, need to microbend your knee to find straight. So whatever you're doing, you're finding straight. That was a long spiel. So you've got your back leg externally rotated, grounded down through the knife edge, through the baby toe edge of your back foot. Your pelvis is open towards the right. You've got your left big toe grounded down, the center of your left heel grounded down, so you've got slight internal rotation. Your knee is straight. You have the external rotation at your left femur bone. Then hip check towards the back of your mat. Reach your torso forwards, and then, oopsies, I missed my block. Put your block outside your left shin. Now, if you're not used to microbending or straightening your leg, your quadricep is going to start shaking. Totally fine. I definitely had to figure this out and learn this through lots of practice. And now it just goes there and it doesn't shake as often or as much. And this is also where you're going to get that nice stretch through your hamstring here. So the other thing you can do is you can actually look at your knee, and if you can tighten your quadricep muscle and lift your kneecap up towards your hip, you might also find that straight leg. All right, all of that. Hand can be on your right hip, it can be on your sacrum, or if you want, you can reach it up. Again, you're pulling your pelvis a little bit towards the right as you kind of lean towards the left, and try to move your left shoulder onto your back. I do find that if the block is too high, it can be hard to move that shoulder in the appropriate place, so you might need to lower it. And then rib cage is pulling in so that your spine is nice and long. Give yourself a little softening of that front knee. Move your block off to the side, step forward. Gently bend both of your knees. Cup your elbows in your hands and just let your head and your torso drape. Release and then gently roll yourself up. I hope that was informative. I hope that helps you in your Trikonasana. It is probably my favorite pose in all of yoga. But there's a lot to it. So leave me questions and comments down in the comment section down below. And if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know that you like it. Thanks so much. Have a great day.